Okay. Forgot about that.
There's one in the catalyst.
Yeah.
All right, can I get mic checks and levels and all that stuff, please?
Who do you want to start
Get on
with?
my level.
All right, Kate is on mic 1. I just want to make sure she is okay.
Yeah. Hello. Test, test, test.
All right.
Thank you.
Too loud, too soft, or you haven't put your headphone in yet, Kate? Okay, never.
Seems good.
Does seem okay?
Yeah.
Okay. JK mic 2.
Yeah, what do you
Alright,
got?
we'll
How do I
talk
sound?
in.
You're fine. You're fine. How's
Can you
your?
bring my butt up a hair?
Is that you?
Why?
Is that you? Is
No,
that you?
sir.
That is
No.
not you. Is this you? Is this you? Is this you?
No.
That's me. That's me.
That's Don. Is this you? Is that you? No.
Interesting. Maybe it's not.
How do you put these on?
Is this you? No, that's me.
Look it over your ear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Don.
Okay.
That's you. That
I don't get it, Don.
the butt I just brought up is you, right, Don?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoa, that was loud.
Yeah. Sorry. Then John, this has to be you.
That's it
Okay.
right there.
Right.
Come down a hair.
Okay. All right. Then you're each hooked up. You're each good to go. We're at 11:01 if you guys are ready.
Oh,
Is it
Jesus,
too
I
late to
am.
send you guys any pictures? If it is, that's fine.
As long as you give us some time to work on it.
They wouldn't be going on the air till 15 anyway.
You know what? Yeah, throw them in the CB folder on drive. We're ready to roll, so.
All right.
Roll tape.
Rolling tape in a moment.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right.
Oh, I'm actually a little loud.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I would think you would be. That should be you right there.
Hmm?
Okay. All right.
Oh, really?
What?
Okay. Is that good, Kate?
Yes.
Okay. All right, mics are going down.
Hersom Acorn Newspapers, publishers of the Greenwich Post, New Canaan Advertiser, the Darien Times, the Ridgefield Press, the Weston Forum, the Wilton Bulletin, the Reading Pilot, the Lewisboro Ledger, the Monroe Courier, the Eastern Courier, the Trumbull Times, Fairfield Sun, Shelton Herald, the Stratford Star, the Milford Mirror, and the Valley Gazette.
Hersom Acorn and HANradio.com. The leader in local news, sports, arts, and entertainment in Southwestern Connecticut.
This is your coffee break on HANradio.com.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. It is Tuesday, May 5th, in case you don't speak Spanish. And this is your coffee break on HANradio.com and live streaming on the Hersom Acorn Network. There are a lot of headlines coming out of Southwestern Connecticut today, including a fatal crash that shut down I-95, a steroid bust that led to the arrest of a Newtown police sergeant, and much more. Later in the show, we're going to be talking about the Valley Community Foundation's Great Give, which is happening as we speak. And we're going to be talking with the folks from the Valley Indy, who are one of the nonprofits looking for support today. But first, Don, what's happening on the roads?
Quite a bit, actually, today. Naugatuck, Route 8, both directions. Road work with a lane closed. That's going on until 3 o'clock. Waterbury, they're actually blasting on the rock face at I-84 eastbound at exit 23. You want to expect periodic highway closings there. And finally, Parkway northbound, you've got road work in Stamford and Fairfield until 3 o'clock with the right lane closed in both places. Checking the weather. Slight chance of showers today, otherwise partly sunny with a high near 80. Tonight, increasing clouds, low 52. About a 20% chance of a shower here or there. Tomorrow, scattered showers before 3, then a slight chance of showers, clearing up overnight, 47. And Thursday, great day, sunny, 75 degrees. Right now, it is 73 degrees and mostly cloudy outside our Shelton studio. 64 in Fairfield, 74 in Ridgefield. Your coffee break time is 11:04.
John, what's going on?
Thanks, Kate. Tragic morning in Fairfield where 2 people are dead in 2 separate but related accidents. DeMonte Anozine, 20 years old, of Bridgeport, was killed early this morning. after he was ejected from a car in a two-vehicle crash on Interstate 95. That crash closed the northbound lanes of 95 for hours. 2 other people in the car had to be extricated from the wreck. The driver of the second vehicle suffered non-life-threatening injuries, according to the fire department. A short time later, traffic was being rerouted through Fairfield. That is the picture that you see now. There was a second crash in which a vehicle driven by an 85-year-old Fairfield man collided with a tractor-trailer at the intersection of Black Rock Turnpike and Burroughs Road. The 85-year-old has died. He has been identified as 85-year-old, and let me get it in front. Bear with me a second, and we'll get that ID for you momentarily. But that 85-year-old man has subsequently died. The Fairfield 95 crash is being investigated by state police. The crash in Fairfield is being investigated by Fairfield police. Trying to get you that ID. 1 second here, because I do have that. 85-year-old Albert J. Cavalez of J Circle in Fairfield is the victim of the second crash, that at Black Rock Turnpike and Burroughs Road in Fairfield. I can tell you that traffic was just a mess throughout Fairfield all morning with these 2 tragic accidents.
Thanks, John. Well, in other news, a Newtown police sergeant, a Newtown dispatcher, and a state judicial marshal were among 8 Connecticut men arrested for alleged involvement in a steroid and prescription narcotic distribution operation in Connecticut. The arrests were part of the Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force investigation dubbed Operation Juicebox. The arrest culminated a long-term investigation into steroid and prescription pill distribution by multiple individuals, according to a May 4th release from the U.S. Attorney's Office for Connecticut. The investigation, which included the use of wire and electronic surveillance for nearly 2 months, also revealed that members of the conspiracy allegedly imported steroids from China. The list of individuals arrested includes 33-year-old Mark Bertanza of Shelton, 46-year-old Jason Chicos of Bridgeport, who is a civilian dispatcher with the Newtown Police Department, 54-year-old Stephen Fernandez of Southington, 33-year-old Jeffrey Gentile of Ansonia, who is a judicial marshal with the state of Connecticut, 28-year-old Alex Kennyhurst of Ansonia, 32-year-old Michael Mance, 53-year-old Frank Picoro, and 38-year-old Stephen Santucci of Waterbury, who is a sergeant with the Newtown Police Department. As alleged in the government's complaint affidavit, which was unsealed in federal court on April 30th, Bertanza was a steroid distributor who obtained his steroids from Kennyhurst's wiretap interceptions over cellular telephones used by Bertanza and Kennyhurst, along with physical surveillance of various steroid sales, allegedly revealed that Santucci was supplying steroids to Kennyhurst. Through the investigation, agents learned that Santucci had been receiving shipments of steroids and related materials from China since 2011 and has been manufacturing and distributing wholesale quantities of steroids, according to federal prosecutors. Chicos, Mace, Fernandez were Santucci's steroid customers, who in turn regularly distributed the steroids in small quantities to their own customers, according to federal officials. According to prosecutors, Kennyhurst distributed quantities of steroids and prescription pills, including oxycodone, Suboxone, and Opana. Gentile was a steroid distributor, and Pecora was a prescription pill distributor, according to federal officials. During the course of the investigation, law enforcement officers seized hundreds of vials of steroids, approximately 600 grams of raw testosterone powder, and 350 grams of powder cocaine, along with 4 guns. Coffee break time is 11:08.
A black bear chased a man and a woman at the McLean Game Refuge in Granby in separate incidents Monday. The Department of Energy and Environmental Protection was searching for the animal and took a bear trap in an attempt to capture it. The animal was characterized as unusually aggressive by DEEP officials. The 62-year-old man suffered some scratches, including a laceration to the chest, and was treated at the scene. Officials said it is not clear if the scratches were from tree branches as he ran from the bear. The 25-year-old woman told officials the bear approached her as she was walking the trail near the trout pond. She told them she was training for a half marathon, turned, and noticed the bear was running after her. She said she tried everything to stop the bear, from throwing a piece of clothing on the ground to getting on top of a bench and standing still. At one point, she told officials, she was running down a hill and the bear was only about 2 arms lengths behind her. The bear started foaming at the mouth, she said, and told officials reportedly that she thought her life was over, but then the bear became distracted and stopped chasing her. DEEP officials said the bear is 1½ years old approximately, weighed 140 to 160 pounds. If they are able to catch it, it will be euthanized because of the aggressive behavior it displayed. No updates. We're keeping an eye on that situation way upstate. Pretty scary.
Terrifying. Oh my goodness. 2 arms lengths away.
That's
That
a
is
little closer
I was gonna
than
say,
I
we-
want
A
to
little
get
close
to
for
a bear.
comfort.
We generally are used to being at the top of the food chain, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way.
No, it does not. Don, it's 11:10. Well, given everything that's going on the roads, let's take a look at traffic and weather.
Right. Well, we had those earlier accidents, obviously, that caused significant backups and road closings in the morning. Right now, we just have road work in Naugatuck, both directions, Route 8, lane closed until 3. Parkway North in Fairfield and Stamford until 3, right lane closed there. And Waterbury 84 eastbound at exit 23. They're blasting the rock face today, so expect some periodic highway closings. Weather, chance of showers today, otherwise partly sunny with a high near 80. Increasing clouds tonight, 52, about a 20% chance of a shower overnight. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms before 3, then a slight chance of showers, clearing up overnight, 47, and a sunny 75-degree day on Thursday. And I've just got a report here. That the Seymour Fire Department has reported they're responding to a brush fire at South Main Street and Bryson Avenue. So you want to use caution in the area there. So
Is that a heavily populated area, Don?
South Main Street is. I'm not 100% sure where Bryson Avenue is. Actually, South Main Street is. I actually live 2 streets off of that. So, but not anywhere near Bryson. So, that's so it's it is. It's your basic half acre to like third of an acre a residential area. Right now, outside our Shelton studio, it is partly cloudy. 73 degrees, 64 in Fairfield, 74 in Ridgefield. Coffee break time is 11:12.
We're going to take a step out, catch up with some advertisers. When we come back, Don's going to bring us up to date on what happened in history on this day, and you may hear some familiar things in that. This is Coffee Break on HANradio.com.
Your child has fallen and broken his arm. You need to see an orthopedist fast. Think Coastal Ortho Express in Norwalk. Don't wait hours in the ER. Save a trip and money by going straight to an orthopedic specialist at Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care in Norwalk. No appointment necessary. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, 203-845-2070. Open Monday through Saturday in the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk, or call 203-845-2070. Fast.
Spring is finally in the air and our favorite season is upon us. The Dock Shop is all geared up with a great selection of fishing tackle, custom fishing rods, and all the latest accessories to replenish your tackle box. The Dock Shop has also just brought out the newest spring fashion apparel from Montauk Tackle, Altered Latitudes, Kaylee Smith, and Margaritaville Apparel. Need some new foul weather gear for those chilly spring mornings? The Dock Shop is loaded up with Grundens and Stormer in a variety of styles and sizes. Ladies, we've got you covered as well with spring apparel and the newest designs of coastal jewelry, bags, and accessories. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, Connecticut. Visit us at dockshop.com.
Healthy, confident smiles begin at Stratford Orthodontics. Conveniently located on Main Street, we are Stratford's hometown orthodontist. We offer the latest in orthodontic technology, including Damon braces and Invisalign. We always accept new patients. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation. 203-375-8332. Stratford Orthodontics, 2499 Main Street, Stratford. 203-375-8332. And online at stratfordsmile.com.
Alliance. We are an industry leader in coordinating transportation for large events such as corporate road shows, conferences, and special events. Our team of experts understands the dynamics and logistics of high-pressure situations and complex arrangements, all within a rapidly changing environment. Since 1999, we have added charter jets, event management, and personal protection to our range of services. Mention this ad for $25 off your next round-trip reservation. Alliance and you. Together, we can achieve the extraordinary. 855-546-6996 or alliancelimo.com.
Hersom Acorn and HANradio.com.
We are back. This is your coffee break on HANradio.com. Why are you laughing at me, Don?
Because you sounded so happy.
I am happy because it's a big day in history for coffee break.
It is.
But you're going to tell us about a few other
A few
things
things
that happened on
A few
this
things
day.
happened before that. Not anywhere near as important.
Can't be as monumental
Cannot.
as May the 5th of 2014.
Well, we'll see about that, but I suspect you're right. First off, we'll start in 1260 when Kublai Khan becomes the ruler of the Mongol Empire. The grandson of Genghis Khan, his realm reached from the Pacific Ocean to the Black Sea, from Siberia to modern-day Afghanistan, 1/5 of the world's inhabited land area. That photo you're looking at there is actually from the Marco Polo Museum. 1862.
That's not actually from
That's not an
1260.
actual photo from 1260. 1862. Cinco de Mayo, a Mexican holiday celebrating the victory of the Mexican army and some civilians over the French army at the Battle of Puebla, often mistakenly thought to be Mexico's Independence Day, which is actually September 16th. The Battle of Puebla actually amounted to very little from a military sense. It merely postponed the inevitable victory of the French, which was a larger, better trained, and better equipped army. It did, however, mean a great deal to Mexico in terms of pride and hope, showing that the French war machine was not invulnerable and that determination and courage do count on the battlefield. 1865, the 13th Amendment ratified, abolishing slavery in the U.S. 1925, John T. Scopes, a substitute teacher in Dayton, Tennessee, arrested for teaching Darwin's theory of evolution and thus violating the Butler Act, which made it unlawful to teach human evolution in any state-funded school. Scopes was eventually convicted and fined $100. National reporters flocked to Dayton to cover the big-name lawyers who represented each side. William Jennings Bryan for the prosecution, Clarence Darrow for Scopes. The trial did publicize the fundamentalist modernist controversy, in which modernists who said that evolution was not inconsistent with religion against fundamentalists who said the Word of God, as revealed in the Bible, took priority over all human learning. 1861, Alan Shepard becomes the first American in space. The mission was a 15-minute suborbital flight, which reached an altitude of 101 miles and traveled downrange 263 nautical miles. Not finally, but 1994, 21 years ago, American teen Michael Fay caned in Singapore for theft and vandalism. Fay was accused of stealing street signs and vandalizing cars. Under Singapore law, he was sentenced to 4 months in jail, a $3,500 fine, and 6 strokes of the cane. After appeals from U.S. officials, including President Bill Clinton, his sentence was eventually reduced to 4 cane strokes. And finally, 2014, 1 year ago today, a momentous moment in the history of the Internet.
This is your coffee break on HANradio.com.
I remember feeling kind of like Alan Shepard did in 1961, Kate, as we waited for that music to finish. Good morning, I'm John Kovach. Welcome to the premiere edition of Coffee Break on HANradio.com, where each day, Monday through Friday, I'll be joined by Don Eng and my co-host, Kate Chaplinsky, to bring you all of the news, traffic, weather, and events around Southwestern Connecticut each and every weekday. Kate, what have we got today?
Good morning, John. We have some of the latest news, including an armed robbery last night in Trumbull. We'll also be bringing you a statement released from the family of Marin Sanchez over the weekend, and we have much more as far as news headlines. Later in the hour, we'll be talking with Deborah Greenwood of the Center for Family Justice about this past weekend's Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. Donang, what do you have coming up for us?
Well, this is Connecticut, so I have road work causing scattered traffic delays. There's a special weather advisory today, and we've got some great news for backyard grillers coming up, not so much for commuters. Back to you, Kate.
Thanks. So, in Trumbull last night, an armed man held up the mobile gas station at 2775.
Whoa, boy, we sounded great, didn't we?
It was fine.
Well, happy anniversary, everyone.
Yeah, happy anniversary, guys.
And with your look back, and what's that look? And with that look back in history, I'm Donald Ling, and that's the coffee, and we're the Coffee Break crew.
And we were just audio then. We never imagined video. Rob Adams was with us on that first show as well.
I was.
Bringing Rob in for sports, and that was obviously pre-video, which we
Right.
showed up one morning to a set of cameras, and what are we doing? Oh, we're doing a video today. Oh,
Okay.
Great. It's awesome news. Good to hear.
There you go.
But, thanks to everybody who's gotten us to this point, and, that includes you, Rob. We've got AJ and Joe Forlano on the controls for the video.
It's all Joe.
It's all Joe.
It's all Joe.
It is all Joe. Look at him. Steady hands over there.
Steady, confident.
What we're seeing is the benefit of his weeks of experience.
Exactly.
He's had that much?
Exactly. You inflating that, Don? He hasn't switched to shot yet. Look at him. Okay, there we go. There's a graphic. That's good. There we go. And the executive producer, Marty Hersom, whose idea a lot of this was, and it's given us an opportunity to try to present the news every day in a different manner than you might get in other places. And with that, I don't want to belabor the point. Let's go to Rob Adams.
Keep belaboring. There's plenty of sports, though. We can dive into that. The Bunnell High baseball team, John, Don, and Kate. And by the way, congratulations to all three of you. Happy anniversary.
And
it's been
to you
a
as
heck of a
well.
ride. But in any event, the Bunnell High baseball team pounded out 22 hits and defeated Immaculate from Danbury 15-1 on Monday. Aaron Rios went 5 for 5 with 5 singles, 2 RBIs. For the Bulldogs, they are 9-4 on the year. Billy Chonka had 3 hits, 2 doubles. He drove in 3 runs. Stratford High defeated New Milford 10-4 in an SWC matchup at Penders Field. Jack Duffy had a single, triple, drove in 2, as the Red Devils improved to 7-5 overall and 5-2 in the SWC. David Giusti has been nothing short of spectacular this baseball season, and he continued his role with a complete game 5-1 victory over the Fairfield Ludlow Falcons on Monday at Meade Park for the New Canaan Rams. Giusti pitched the full 7 innings and allowed 1 run on 3 hits, 2 walks, struck out 6, just 76 pitches to get the win, 5-0 for the spring. New Canaan, meanwhile, has stretched its latest winning streak to 5. They are 10-2 overall, 9-1 in the FCAC. The FCAC tournament is just going to be wonderful this year. Ludlow now 3-9, 2-8 in the league. But we're still proud to say we saw one of those wins up in Cooperstown, New York. That's neither here nor there. Trumbull beat Staples 2-0. Big win for the Eagles. The Wilton High baseball team saw its 8-game winning streak snapped with a 4-3 loss to host Danbury on Monday afternoon. Just the second loss of the season for the Warriors, who are now 10-2 overall. JT Morin pitched 5 for Wilton and struck out 12. The John Jay New York softball team stretched its winning streak to 5 in a row with a 5-3 win over Arlington on Monday at home. John Jay improved to 9-3 with the win. Massac High, they dropped a 3-2 softball decision to Colby Cathedral. Haley Kobza went 2 for 3 for Massac with a double and a triple. To girls lacrosse, freshman midfielder Julia Mallon of Katona helped the Harvey School girls lacrosse team eke out another 1-point victory on Monday, defeating Chase Collegiate 9-8 in Katona on Senior Day. The Lady Cavs are now 8-0 on the season. Joel Barlow High boys volleyball team defeated Oxford 3-0 on Monday. The Falcons have won 9 straight matches. Girls track and field, Jada Harris won the 100 hurdles triple jump with a career-best 35-10 and finished second in the high jump when St. Joe's High defeated Staples at Harding High from Bridgeport on Monday. Massac boys track and field defeated Pomperog and Stratford while falling to host Bethel High in a quad meet. To golf, the Massac High boys golf team defeated Newtown 158-160 in an SWC matchup at Rock Ridge. Andrew Clark shot a 39. Ryan Simeth was the low scorer for the Panthers with a 37. Ridgefield High boys golf team continued its scorching start, beating Trinity Catholic 153-189 at Sterling Farms in Stamford. The Tigers improved their record to 9-0 with the victory. They have now shot 153 or lower in 3 straight matches. John Spicci had a 2-under par 34 to lead Ridgefield and earn medalist honors. Shelton High's boys volleyball team outlasted Xavier 3-2. We'll go through the schedule a little bit later on, but that's it for sports for now. With sports, 1 year later, I'm still Rob Adams. Coffee break time, 11:24.
Thanks, Rob. An update just breaking during that sports report on the story about the bear in Granby. The DEEP confirming that bear has been killed. That, again, the bear that chased 2 people at a wildlife refuge in Granby, I always want to say Granbury, in Granby yesterday, has been killed.
Not a very good wildlife refuge, I might add.
Well,
if they killed a bear in it.
Well, he did chase 2. I mean, a black bear shouldn't attack anybody. They generally do not do
right,
that.
especially as we see the bear population grow in the state. That's not something you want to see happening.
Just a couple of quick traffic updates. The right shoulder of 84 West at exit 21 is closed due to a crash. The fire department is on the scene. Also, we've got a disabled box truck blocking the right shoulder of 95 South at exit 16 in Norwalk. Those 2 things just coming over to Twitter from the DOT within the last minute or 2.
Thanks, Don.
We've got a guest coming up at the bottom of the hour, Kate.
Yeah, around 11:40, we're going to have on Eugene Driscoll from the Valley Indy. We're going to be interrupting their webcast right now. They are trying to raise money. We spoke to Ethan Fry of the Valley Indy recently on Behind the News. Me and Josh did. So yeah, we're just going to bring them on and kind of talk about the Great Give, which is happening today. We're in the midst of it right now. There's a lot of organizations trying to raise money. So yeah, it should be great.
Very cool.
But getting to some other news, some Stratford news, more than 6,000 signatures have been collected by a group hoping to force a townwide referendum on the sale of the Stratford Water Pollution Control Plant. Henry Bruce, organizer of the petition group WPCA Stratford Get Answers, said in a letter to the Stratford Star that the group is submitting its 6,000 plus signatures to town clerk Susan Pollock today. We are hearing, however, John, that the town is not accepting those those signatures, even though the number is well over the 10% required by the town charter to force a referendum vote. I know Melvin Mason is out there covering this right now.
We don't have a lot of details from Melvin, but they are citing state law and saying they cannot accept those signatures. This is going to get uglier than it is, and it's already pretty ugly very, very fast.
Right. And just as some background, the petitioners want to have town residents vote on if the town should proceed with the sale of the Water Pollution Control Authority and its assets to the Greater New Haven Water Pollution Control Authority. The town council voted on April 9th to approve a sale, but many petition supporters oppose the sale, saying it's giving away a valuable asset and surrendering local control of a municipal service. Stratford is expected to receive $16 million from the sale of the sewer plant. So we're going to get more on that story, though, from Melvin.
Yeah, and we're trying to get Melvin on tomorrow's show to possibly explain some of that. He'll have a story up at StratfordStar.com sometime today with an explanation, at least an initial explanation of this. But those 6,000 signatures, twice what their goal was, I believe, rejected by the town of Stratford in the effort to force a referendum on the sale of the water pollution control facility. In other news, a possible water rescue call yesterday in Shelton turned out to be a plastic containment boom that was spotted floating down the Housatonic River. A resident of Victory Street in Shelton, which runs along the river, reported a yellow-colored plastic item yesterday, and the resident feared it may be an overturned raft or boat. Firefighters from Shelton's Echo Hose and Pine Rock Park Fire Companies responded to the Sunnyside boat launch with 3 boats, Marine Units 1, 2, and 4, according to Shelton Fire Chief Fran Jones. Firefighters reached the yellow tube-like item in the water, found it was an oil containment boom. These are floating rubber devices used to contain oil or other floating substances in harbors after spills. It was picked up and taken back to shore for proper disposal. It's not clear where it may have originated from in the water. Victory Street is off River Road, which is Route 110. not far from the old latex foam factory. Don, I'm it's a little far. I was going to say the work that they're doing up on Stevenson Dam, but that's a little far removed.
Yeah, it's a couple miles through Derby and into Oxford, but it's not that far.
What is is that closure still in effect?
It is it is ending. Should be ending tomorrow. So the road should be open tomorrow over Stevenson Dam.
Okay, Kate, what else is happening?
Thanks, John. Well, Bridgeport firefighters were called to 335 Wilmont Avenue for a porch fire. When firefighters arrived, they found heavy smoke and fire on the back porch. The winds helped the fire jump to another house next to it. The bulk of the fire, however, remained at 335 Wilmont Avenue. Firefighters report all 3 floors were heavily engulfed in flames. Fire quickly broke through the roof, and a partial roof collapse prompted the firefighters to call the evacuation tones, which are the fire truck horn blasts that you hear on a video that doingitlocal.com reported. The fire marshal was called to the scene to investigate the cause of the fire. The Red Cross was called to help relocate 3 adults and 4 children, but there were no major injuries to anyone at the scene.
Kate, the Monroe, Stepney, and Stevenson fire departments, along with about 10 other volunteer companies, responded to Newtown about 4 o'clock Monday morning to help provide water at a structure fire in an area where there are no hydrants. A Cape-style house on Aunt Park Lane in Hattertown was burned completely to the ground. Only the foundation and chimney left standing. Absolutely striking images of just a pile of rubble and a chimney and some stones in the ground. It was a house that was, I guess, heated by propane in a no hydrant area, and they had a very hard time getting that fire out and were unable to save anything in the house. Coffee break time's 11:30. Let's take a look at the roads and the weather with Don.
Okay, I was just checking one more thing on Twitter there. That the roadwork in Naugatuck actually has been cleared up. It was supposed to go on until 3. DOT is reporting that Route 8, all lanes in Naugatuck are now open. We still have the blasting on the rock face of I-84 east at exit 23. That will cause periodic lane closings. And also Parkway northbound roadwork in Fairfield and Stamford until 3 o'clock, the right lane closed there. Chance of showers today, otherwise partly cloudy with a high near 80. Tonight, increasingly cloudy, low down to around 52 degrees. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms before 3 o'clock, then a slight chance of showers as we go into the evening, 47 degrees for the low. And Thursday, beautiful day, sunny, 75 degrees. Right now, outside our Shelton studio, it is still partly cloudy and 75, 67 in Fairfield, 76 in Ridgefield, and your coffee break time is 11:31.
Thank you, Don. We are going to step out for a minute. Let our sponsors have the floor, and then we'll be back with more news. You're listening to Coffee Break on HANradio.com, streaming on the HAN network.
It's lots of characters. Specializing in children's birthday parties with your child's favorite characters. When you want to party hardy, when you need to celebrate, call us, we won't be late. We help create lasting memories for you and your child on their special day. Call us at 203-590-1791 or visit our website at lotsofcharacters.org for more information and to see our party packages. Lots of Characters, 203-590-1791 or online at lotsofcharacters.org.
Located in the heart of picturesque downtown Ridgefield at 13 Governor Street, Colby's is the area's premier retailer for blinds, shades, shutters, and draperies, and is one of the select few Hunter Douglas Gallery dealers. A family-owned and operated company, Colby's experienced staff will work with you in choosing the best treatments for your home or office and offer free measuring and expert installation. Colby's also carries an extensive line of decorative fabrics including Schumacher, Durley, Tebow, and more. Or browse over 400 books in our wallpaper library from famous designers such as Stroheim, Schumacher, Ralph Lauren, Tebow, and York. Take advantage of our Fashion in Motion savings event with savings and rebates on Hunter Douglas shades with Power Rise technology. Colby's of Ridgefield. We are committed to your complete satisfaction. 203-438-8531.
Spring is finally in the air and our favorite season is upon us. The Dock Shop is all geared up with a great selection of fishing tackle, custom fishing rods, and all the latest accessories to replenish your tackle box. The Dock Shop has also just brought out the newest spring fashion apparel from Montauk Tackle, Altered Latitudes, Kaylee Smith, and Margaritaville Apparel. Need some new foul weather gear for those chilly spring mornings? The Dock Shop is loaded up with Grundens and Stormer in a variety of styles and sizes. Ladies, we've got you covered as well with spring apparel and the newest designs of coastal jewelry, bags, and accessories. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, Connecticut. Visit us at dockshop.com.
It's easy to advertise on HANradio.com, reach 263,000 listeners each month with our sports programming and talk programming. Call Marianne Hersom at 203-417-5199.
You're listening to Hersom Acorn Radio.
It's 11:35 on your coffee break on HANradio.com and live streaming on the Hersom Acorn Network. I'm Kate Chaplinsky with Don Ang and John Kovach. John, what else is going on this morning?
Well, Kate, it seems like only yesterday we sat across the table from each other for the first time and discussed the news.
Yeah.
1 year ago today.
And we did an okay job of it back then.
We did okay.
We're getting better, I hope.
Lord, I hope so. Not for me to decide. In news of 2015, a Fairfield doctor pleaded guilty Friday to narcotics distribution and healthcare fraud stemming from his illegal dispensation of oxycodone and other controlled substances that federal officials say were well outside the scope of his accepted medical practice. 53-year-old Dr. John Katsetsos waived his right to indictment before a U.S. district judge in Hartford Friday. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, FBI, and Drug Enforcement Agency, Katsetsos practiced medicine for more than 20 years, most recently out of offices at 90 Morgan Street in Stamford and 353 Bridgeport Avenue in Milford. In his guilty plea, Katsetsos admitted that he failed to perform rudimentary examinations of patients to justify the controlled substances he prescribed, and that he had been warned by a doctor and several pharmacists, some of whom stopped filling his prescriptions, that he should stop prescribing oxycodone and other narcotic pain medication to certain patients who they said showed obvious signs of addiction. The federal investigation, which included the use of undercover law enforcement personnel, showed Katsetsos ignored the warnings and continued to prescribe controlled substances, including oxycodone, to these patients outside of the usual course of professional practice and not, they said, for a legitimate medical purpose. Katsetsos also acknowledged that he saw multiple patients at once and billed Medicare and Medicaid for individual visits for each of those patients. Katsetsos pleaded guilty to one count of conspiracy to distribute and to possess with the intent to distribute narcotics, and one count of healthcare fraud. When he is sentenced by U.S. District Judge Vanessa L. Bryant, he faces a maximum term of 30 years and a fine of $1.25 million. If the terms of the plea agreement are accepted by Judge Bryant, Katsetsos faces between 4 years and 84 months of imprisonment, slightly less than $500,000 in restitution, and the forfeiture of $550,000, representing the value of his medical practice. A sentencing date has not been scheduled. He was arrested July 4th of last year and is free on a $1 million bond. I've never heard of anybody seeing groups of people at a time and issuing prescriptions.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah,
doesn't sound above board.
On that.
Yeah. In other news, well, today polls opened at 6 a.m. at Samuel Staples Elementary School in Easton for eligible voters to decide on Easton's $42.9 million budget for the 2015-16 year. The budget includes the Easton Town Hall Department's budget, Easton Board of Education budget, and Easton's portion of the Region 9 budget. The bulk of the town's spending goes to education. There, the total request for Region 9 Joel Barlow High School is $10.8 million. The total request for Easton Board of Education is $15.6 million, and the town department's request is $16.5 million. You can read more on the budget at eastoncourier.com. In Reading, polls are also open today at the Reading Community Center for eligible voters to decide on the town's $47.8 million budget for 2015-16. Voters will also decide on several capital projects proposed by the towns and schools. The town capital items are itemized and the schools are grouped as one. The budget includes the Selectmen's budget, the Reading Board of Education budget, and Reading's portion of the Region 9 budget. The proposed budget is a $329,000 increase over the current year.
The Fairfield Representative Town Meeting last night approved a $291 million spending plan for fiscal 2015-16. That meeting took little more than an hour, and only 5 dissenting votes were cast. I believe it was last year or the year before, Kate, that meeting took, I believe, 7 hours. I think it took from 7 at night till almost 3 o'clock the next morning. This year it was a lot quicker. There was only one cut proposed at the budget meeting, a little less than $28,000 in benefits for a new position at the finance department. That work will instead be done by temporary employees hired on a per-job basis. That cut was approved unanimously. The budget, which increases spending from the current $284.69 million, means a 1.64% tax increase, raising the tax rate to about 24.8 mils from the current 24.4 mils, an annual increase to median Fairfield households of about $140. The Board of Finance will officially set the tax rate when it meets 7 o'clock Thursday night at the Board of Education offices, those on Kings Highway. The new budget and tax rate take effect July 1st. The school budget was not changed, nor was there a cut proposed from the $161 million forwarded by the Finance Board. That is an increase from the current school budget in Fairfield of $155.7 million.
Thanks, John. Well, Don, how about another look at the roads before we take a break?
Okay, a couple of new things have just popped up in the last couple of minutes on the DOT website and Twitter. First off, we have Milford roadwork I-95 south at exit 36 until 1 o'clock today. That just started. Shouldn't take too long. The right lane is closed. Also on the Parkway southbound at exit 34, there's more road work there with a lane closed, and that in addition to the road work on the Parkway northbound in Stamford and also in Fairfield until 3 o'clock with the right lane closed in both directions. Checking the weather. Partly sunny today, high near 80. Slight chance of showers here or there. Tonight, increasing clouds down to about 52. Tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms before 3 o'clock. Temperatures in the high 70s again. Slight chance of showers overnight, 47. And Thursday, sunny, 75 degrees. Right now, outside our Shelton studio, it continues to clear up. It is now a partly cloudy 76. 67 in Fairfield, 76 in Ridgefield. Your coffee break time is 11:42.
Thanks, Don. Well, we're going to take a break and come back with Eugene Driscoll of the Valley Indy. So that's coming up right after this.
Healthy, confident smiles begin at Stratford Orthodontics. Conveniently located on Main Street, we are Stratford's hometown orthodontist. We offer the latest in orthodontic technology, including Damon braces and Invisalign. We always accept new patients. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation. 203-375-8332. Stratford Orthodontics, 2499 Main Street, Stratford. 203-375-8332. And online at stratfordsmile.com.
Did you know that taking dance lessons is a great date night idea? Arthur Murray Grand Ballroom of Greenwich is a fabulous place to learn to dance and meet new people. Located at 6 Lewis Street, our studio is staffed with professional instructors, ready to teach you salsa, waltz, rumba, hustle, tango. There's a dance for every season. And we are rated #1 on the Knot.com. We are the wedding dance specialists. Take advantage of our new student offer, only $49. Call 203-769-1800. Visit us online at arthurmurraygreenwich.com.
This year, 3,000 Connecticut women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. HRSA Acorn is a proud sponsor of the Komen Connecticut Race for the Cure. Help make an impact in the local fight against breast cancer by joining us on May 9th in Westport at Sherwood Island. With your help, Komen Connecticut invests in local breast cancer programs, helping local women beat breast cancer. Visit KomenCT.org to register, volunteer, or donate today. We race for Connecticut. Why will you race?
Hersom Acorn and HANradio.com.
It's about 11:45 on your coffee break on HANradio.com and live streaming on the Hersom Acorn Network. I'm Kate Chaplinsky with Don Ang and Josh Fisher. And on the line, we have Eugene Driscoll of the Valley Independent Sentinel. Kind of a big day for you guys, right, Eugene?
Yeah, it is. We're trying to raise money to stay alive.
Tell us a little bit. That's pretty important. Tell us a little bit about what the Great Give is.
Great Give is an online telethon of sorts. It's an online fundraiser for more than 400 nonprofit groups in Greater New Haven, including about 40 in the lower Naugatuck Valley. If you go to our website, valleyindy.org, look under Extra. We have a donation link there for every single Valley group participating. Click a link, give them money. They need your help.
And
it lasts until 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, and you are one of those nonprofits. I mean, for people that aren't in the Valley or familiar with you guys, I mean, tell us a little bit about what the Valley Indy does.
We are a local news, a hyper-local news organization that reports on, we're an online newspaper, in short. Anything and everything that happens locally, we try to cover it. We pride ourselves on talking constantly to our readers through Facebook. You know, we use social media like the rest of the planet. And I live in Derby. I cover Derby, and Ethan Fry lives in Shelton. He covers Ansonia and Shelton. So we're a newspaper, but we're online and we talk back to you. And now I'm starting repeating myself, and I hope I answered your question. Does that make any sense?
Well, no, go ahead, John. You were going to...
No, you're going to do that if you're on the air, particularly on the air as much as you guys are going to be during this event. And that's part of the difference is it's an online presence, and it's supported by these donations that you really need to get year-round, correct?
Yeah, we rely... 95% of the budget for the Valley Indy specifically comes from foundations. You know, we launched because of a Knight Foundation grant. That's why we exist. We've gotten received subsequent grants from the Catherine Matthews Foundation, the Valley Community Foundation, and then just reader support. You know, just readers, strangers who like what we do, I assume, and are willing to, give $25 once a year. So yeah, it's critically important to us. That's how we stay around. And what you said about repeating yourself. Yeah, for some reason we've decided to do a live video webcast for the next 36 hours, and we started at 8 a.m. and yeah, I'm about ready to jump out the window. This is hard work.
I know, we pulled you away from that. I know, we pulled you away to talk to us live. But I mean, tell us about what's happening on the webcast. Are you guys bringing in guests?
Yes, yeah, that's exactly right. What we're trying to do is, we want to make it just about, hey, give us your credit card number and throw a few bucks our way.
It's not a filibuster.
The great thing about the Great Give is that if you follow it, if you follow Center Stage on Great Give on thegreatgive.org, you can see in real time how many donations they're receiving and how they're doing against all these other nonprofits, and it just builds this real sense of community online. I encourage everybody to go to thegreatgive.org or valleyindy.org, and you can see, your money making a difference. And what we're doing is we're bringing in these nonprofits. We're highlighting about 15 groups that you can help by donating. And so far today, we had in the Valley Shakespeare Festival. We just had in Sharon Cloches from the Valley Community Foundation. We had Trudy Higgins from BH Care. And the thing is, like, you know, I'm a reporter like you guys. You know, I deal in the Word, and I'm not sure I have ever successfully captured the passion of someone from BH Care who you know, they help people with mental health issues. And the exciting thing about this for us is that these people are coming in and they're laying it on the table about what they do and how you can help them in a way that's probably more effective than if I tried to translate that into a written story, which would probably be, you know, I mean, I think I'm a decent writer, but I'm just not that good. It would be boring. But this is really exciting for us. So we'll have about 15 nonprofits in. We're going to go straight through the night. We need Don Eng to call us about 2 a.m. to keep us entertained. He's got to help us out. But,
He will.
Yeah, we're going to go straight through the night with this.
I was gonna say, you realize I'm in the same boat Ethan is, you know, with the small ones. I'm about 10:30 is about it for me.
Yeah, part of the donations is going to be paying for my babysitter, because I didn't take that into account when I said, I mean, my wife's missing a day of work. I'm like, I didn't really think this one through.
Eugene, this is one of those fund drives where the donor can earmark the funds for what nonprofits they want to support, correct?
Yeah. If you could, there's two ways to find whether your favorite nonprofit is involved. You can go to thegreatgive.org. There's a search box right on the right-hand side. Put in your nonprofit's name, see if it's there. Or go, if you're local, go to valleyindy.org and look under Extra Extra. And we have a whole list of nonprofits. If you click one of them, you can donate directly to that nonprofit. If you wanted to donate to the Valley Indy, there's a link as well. If you don't trust the Valley Indy and you think maybe we're a little sketchy, which isn't, you know, maybe that's a little true, you can look up our financial data. We're vetted. The groups participating in this have been vetted. Their financials are on GuideStar. They're certified nonprofits, or they have fiscal sponsors. It's unique. You know, you can give with confidence, which is one of the mottos, actually, of this Great Give. And it's part of a larger, this is happening all over the country, but Greater New Haven is one of the areas where it's really caught on. I read yesterday that Boston is trying to get something like this off the ground, but they only have something like 5 nonprofit groups participating. But meanwhile, down here, 40 in the Valley alone and 400 in Greater New Haven. Last year raised over $700,000. Strangers gave money, more than $700,000 to support nonprofits through this process.
Yeah, and I think it's really great that you guys are bringing on the other nonprofits, even though you're one of the nonprofits that needs the support. It's kind of like, you know, it's good for all of us, you know, and part of your job as, you know, covering the Valley is getting their information out there, right?
Right, and I do feel this is a part of our mission. This is one of those ways we've been trying, you know, since we launched in 2009 what are ways we can give back? We're a nonprofit. You know, we have an obligation to give back to the community as well. And I was so inspired last year by the Great Give and just the sense of community it built. You can't help but give. You read about these nonprofits, and I wanted to somehow try to bottle that, or at least raise awareness, and that's why we decided to do this webcast. But you know, every so often we try to do something to give back to the community, and you guys have helped us actually. You know, Don Eng and I and Ethan, we did a first selectman debate in Seymour, and that was another example where, you know, you put in the extra hours, but it's something to give back, because that's part of our mission here. We believe, you know, community news. It's a public service. It's a noble calling. It's a public service. I truly believe that with my heart. So this is fun. It doesn't seem like work, although I already miss my wife and kids. Hi, Autumn.
Well, Eugene, we should say, I mean, a lot of people go to you guys to get information on the Valley, breaking news, you know, in-depth stories. So people are going to miss it if it goes away. So it's really important that they support you guys. And just one more time, tell everyone how they can do that.
Yeah, the easiest way, if you go to valleyindy.org, you can watch Ethan Fry live on camera trying to kill time as I talk to you guys. And then there are donation links for the Valley Indy and all the nonprofits. participating all over valleyindy.org. I think at this point we're spam, but we're proud of it.
Eugene, who's coming up on your webcast? What nonprofits are next on deck and in the hole, so to speak?
Oh boy, you think if I had prepared, I would know that, right?
I didn't mean to
you know
put
what?
you
I
on
have
the
it right
spot.
here.
I'm sorry.
Wait, he has it.
No, I have it.
So that's the last thing I want to do is throw you a curveball.
We have Mark Garofalo representing Center Stage to come in and talk about the powerhouse that is Center Stage. That's at 1 p.m.
He's also
We
what,
have
the
Mary
Derby
Deming.
town clerk and former mayor of Derby.
And yeah, multi-talented.
Yes.
Much more talented than I am. We have Mary Deming from Seymour Pink coming up at 3. We have a representative from the Derby High School Human Relations Club coming up at 5. And then we have random things happening in between. We've got Valley Arts Council, 7 p.m. We've got a special guest coming by at 1 a.m.
Nice.
And I'll just break it here. It's Doing It Local. We're having Doing It Local. The guy that runs Doing It Local is going to
Those are his working hours, so that's perfect.
He's Nightcrawler. I know. Yeah,
He is.
he'll be totally down with it.
Oh, that's
I might
cool.
just hey. So yeah, he's going to be on. So that's a. There's also a schedule. We embedded it as a Google Doc on our page at valleyindy.org, and people can follow along. So that's that.
Very cool. All right, well, we'll let you get back to your live webcast, Eugene. Thanks so much for coming on and talking to us, and good luck for the next few hours,
it's my
especially
pleasure.
overnight.
Yeah, and thank you guys so much for having us on. Like I really can't thank you enough. That's so nice of you to invite us on and to help us spread the word. Thank you.
Yeah, can we touch base afterwards and see how the great give ends up?
Yeah. If you let me get some sleep, or
we'll let you sleep. We're not going to do it immediately.
First thing tomorrow morning.
Whatever you guys want.
You're
Thank you.
booked at 7 a.m. tomorrow. We'll talk to you then.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, Eugene. All right, coming up on 11:55 on your coffee break, we might miss our second sports update, John.
I guess the big news we've got Nutmeg Sports at 2 with Rob Adams. And Rob, we're watching and waiting. I think the big news will be off the field, and it could come tonight when there's an emergency meeting of the FCAC football coaches to discuss scheduling, whether or not to continue with the FCAC championship is really what's going to be decided.
Yeah, that seems to be, and that's been talked about for a couple of days, this coaches meeting that will take place tonight. We had heard that last week between Tim Murphy and Kevin Callahan, the head football coach at Ridgefield, but not a lot of chatter otherwise right now. It's kind of the calm before the storm before everything kind of gets going tonight. But Mike Suppy will be alongside of me today, and we'll have Scott Gura, the head baseball coach at Shelton High School, on. So all coming up on Nutmeg Sports later today at 2.
Very good. 2 o'clock. Tune in. That'll be audio and video. Don, it's been just a crazy morning since early this morning on the roads. Let's just take a look at the highways around southwestern Connecticut.
Well, things are settling down right now. We've got roadwork in Hartford, 84 eastbound at exit 44, lane closed there for a little while. The earlier delays in West Hartford and in Greenwich have cleared up, so you're looking okay there. Although, as I say that, the DOT has just posted now there's more roadwork, Parkway southbound at exit 31 until 3 o'clock with the left lane closed. That, in addition to the roadwork in Milford 95 south at exit 36 until 1 o'clock today, the right lane closed there. As far as the weather goes, as we've been saying most of the morning, a nice day out there today. Temperature is expected to be right around 80 degrees with a slight chance of showers. Slight chance of showers tonight, increasing clouds low around 52, and scattered showers and thunderstorms before 3 o'clock tomorrow, then a slight chance of showers, gradually clearing with a high near 69, and a 75-degree sunny day on Thursday. Right now, outside our Shelton studios, it has cleared to what I would call partly sunny, and 76 degrees, 67 in Fairfield, 76 in Ridgefield, and we're coming up on 11:57 on your coffee break, presented by Stratford Orthodontics.
Thanks, Kate. You've got some news of a four-wheeled variety as well.
Yes, well, we want to mention that this Saturday, May 9th, the annual Walk for Wishes will take place once again at Connecticut's Beardsley Zoo to benefit the Make-A-Wish Connecticut Foundation, whose mission is to grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions. And that Make-A-Wish offices are actually based in Trumbull. At this year's event, a 3-year-old boy named Ethan, his wish was to go to Walt Disney World, and that will be delivered to him by 1,000 guests in attendance. And new to this year's event will be the first official use of Make-A-Wish Connecticut's recently donated monster truck, known as the Wish Truck.
Wow.
If you're watching us live, you can see it's pretty cool. So,
yeah.
Donated by Make-A-Wish Connecticut board member and president Robbins Tesser, Mark Haversit and his team, they're going to be unveiling that truck for the first time this Saturday. Super cool. I want to ride in that thing.
Yeah, really.
That is a neat vehicle here.
Riding over cars to get to kids to grant them their wishes.
There you go. You don't want to
that
stand
important,
in the
guys.
way.
No.
Kate, I can't believe it's been a year. I've loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
Or most of them.
We've all become so close. We're like best buds.
And we got to thank. I want to thank. No, we have. No, we have.
John's like yes. So anyway.
No, we have. No, but I want to thank everybody. I don't want this to be exclusionary.
Oh
is
my
the
gosh,
thing.
I know.
And because so many people within Hersom Acorn have gotten us here. So many of the reporters and editors and art staff members and really everybody's been involved in this. And I want to thank all of you in Hersom Acorn for making Coffee Break what it is and getting us to 1 year. It's you guys more than anything else, and thank you so much. And with that, let's take it out.
Hersom Acorn and HANradio.com. The leader in local news, sports, arts, and entertainment in Southwestern Connecticut.
Want to get in touch with HAN Radio? You can find us on Twitter at Hersom Radio, on Facebook at Hersom Acorn Radio, or email us at radio@hersomacorn.com.